Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a great day, a great morning, a great evening, wherever you are, whoever you are. I just hope that you are living in a moment of peace. Thank you for clicking this video. I wrote some notes today. If you do not know me, it's your first time here. My name is Tier, and I just talk about life. I'm gonna be looking down today because I wrote some notes. If you don't know me and if you haven't seen my videos before, I can talk and I have a lot to say, and most times I don't really write notes. I just go with the flow. And this video will kind of be the same thing, but I wrote some notes so I can kind of stay on track. But this video is about being original and the power of being original, right? A lot of us living in today's society, in this 2025 world, we just kind of go off of what society deems as popular, what society deems as beautiful, what society deems as the thing. And before we had social media, we didn't have much to go off of. So when you grew up in any time before 2010, you didn't really have like the internet to tell you like what looks good, what doesn't look good as much. Now we had magazines, right? We had videos, music videos to tell you like this is the look, this is what's beautiful, but it was nothing compared to now. And I feel like with social media, with all of the things that are happening that are in our faces now, we are scared to be ourselves. We're scared to just kind of move a different way than the rest of the crowd. And that's not helping us. We're not learning anything being like the next person. And I wanted to make that, I just wanted to make that point today. And it really just takes a lot to be like somebody else. You have to study them. You have, just like if you're acting in a movie role, you have, and you're trying to be like the person that you're trying to act like, you have to submerge yourself in who they are, and that takes a lot of work. And when we're looking at what the new thing is with these I'll just an example, man weaves, right? If you don't know what a man weave is, child, Google, YouTube, man weave, and albeit a couple of them look really good. They look really good, but it's so much upkeep. If you know somebody with a man weave, if you have a man weave, you know that it takes a lot of work. If you have a regular weave, okay? Like, I mean, I used to wear weaves all the time. It was not easy. You had to constantly make sure that things weren't showing. If the wind blew hard one day, you have to, as soon as you get to a place, you have to go to the bathroom, make sure your hair is combed down, make sure, you know, things aren't lifted, make sure everything is still tight and right. And that's the same as with, you know, things that aren't originally attached to your head. I don't know how to say that. But it takes a lot of work to be something or do something that you aren't originally. And many people are just afraid, I guess, of being talked about. They have a fear of being talked about, or a fear of being separated from the crowd. And I can't even say that this is a young person's problem, right? Like a Gen Alpha or a Gen Z's problem. Because I see a lot of people, older millennials, Gen Xers, even older than that, are trying to be in the game, trying to be cool, trying to be, you know, I don't know, they just try to be popular. And there's nothing wrong with really being popular if you are yourself. Man, just think about the the people that weren't afraid to be themselves. Like, let's just take it not too far back, like in the early 2000s, like when Soulja Boy first came out. Shout out to Soulja Boy. When he came out, he was different. He was very interesting, but he had everybody doing that Soulja Boy. Okay, like Soulja Boy was like #1, I think. I don't know, I can't remember, but he was very popular because it was nobody really like him. He was, I want to say, he was pretty innocent. He wasn't like thugged out. He wasn't like Crime Mob, or I don't know who else was out around that time. I'm showing my age just a little bit, but he wasn't like a Plies, and I'm talking about all of the rappers and things that were out at that time, right? And another example is T-Pain. T-Pain was different. He is the one, or one of the ones, that came out with that, what's that vibrato music thing with the voice. Like, nobody really was doing that, except shout out to Roger Troutman. He, if you don't know who that is, look him up. But he really was the original. But in the early 2000s, when T-Pain came out, he was different. Nobody really sounded like T-Pain. And same was Lil Jon when he came out with Crunk. Like, it was a different sound. He did something different, and that's just my point. I'm just trying to make a point of how people can win in life if they just step out of the box and just do something different. That's all I'm trying to say. I went on a full 2000s tangent just now. But let me see what I wrote here. Yeah, like, it's just, and all of the people that I mentioned, they were not in whatever they like, their style, the thing that made them them. It wasn't boring, right? Like, I feel like when you look like everyone else, if you're trying to act like everyone else and everybody's just acting like each other, it's just a boring world. It's just a boring world. That's why a lot of things that were so much fun at the time, let's just we can even take it back to like club culture in the 90s and the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, even in the early 2000s. Like, people were not afraid to dance. People came up with different dances. Like, everything was just lively and fun. But I have not gone to the club in years, but from what I've heard, club culture is dying because it's boring. You go, you spend $500 for a section, and you just sit there and all these blinking lights, and you're on your phone. Like, I heard nobody dances anymore. If you still, partake in club culture and you know what I'm talking about, or if this is true, if it's not true, please comment below. But nobody is dancing. They don't dance no more. Just like the mob setting their song. But it doesn't have to be boring. You doing what you want to do, wearing what you want to wear, just go out and do it. You never know, you could be the next big thing, right? And I also was thinking about how children, I don't know about now, but they don't really, or they didn't really care about society and what people wore. And I don't know, I think it's changed now. If you have children, or if you have like little ones around, they may be into clothing, they may be into stylish things, and I heard that young girls are into makeup and stuff like that, which is crazy. But when we were growing up, we didn't really care. I mean, of course we wanted to look decent and look nice, but And we had little things that were popular at the time, but we weren't all trying to be the same. We all just kind of went with the flow. But now it's like everybody has to have this certain thing or they are not cool. And that wasn't like that back in the day. Like if you had a thing and it was cool, all right, yeah. Like I think I mentioned this in another video, how all the guys like back in 5th grade had those Allen Iverson blue and white sneakers. Like all the guys had those sneakers, right? And that was something. You know, the girls had the smiley face bags, like that was a thing. But if you didn't have that, it wasn't like you was talked about. And nowadays, like with that, what is that book bag with the shark face? I don't know what brand that is, but they were showing how like kids were rating the shark face bags, and these book bags was like $50, $80, $100. We had JanSport, okay? We had JanSport, and the coolest thing to me was a clear book bag. Like, I don't know why that was cool, or a net book bag. We just wasn't, we just didn't really care like that. And I guess like when things started to turn, society started to take a turn, when we started to grow up a bit, that's when we started to become more self-conscious about the ladies become more self-conscious about their bodies. The guys was trying to get in the gym and, you know, bulk up. And I'm telling you, like when we were younger, we just didn't care about that. And I think that as you grow up, you start to pay attention to what's popular, what's in, what's now out, and that's when people start talking about people, and that's when bullying comes. But when we were born, right, we were all we're all unique already. Like some of us have features that really stand out, beautiful features, and some of us change those features because it stands out to them too much, and they feel like they have to change it to blend in, or they feel like they have to change it to feel better about themselves. And I'm not here to well, this video anyway, I'm not here to knock plastic surgery. I'm keeping my opinion of, you know, certain plastic surgeries to myself. But some of us can't stand being different. It cannot stand being unique. And I will mention skin bleaching, right? Like some of us have beautiful ebony skin, and what we see on the billboards, what we see in the movies, we feel like we have to look like that person because that's the standard of beauty, and we have to look like this right here because that's what's going to get me a husband, or that's what's going to get me wealth if I lighten my skin. We all know of the famous baseball player that had beautiful skin, and now it's looking kind of ashen. And I'm not making fun of this person. I'm not even naming this person. Why? Because first of all, I mean, he's highly respectable, and I forgot his name right now because sometimes my mind be in a fog. When you get older, you just forget stuff. And so anywho, he thought that he would look better lighter. Even the what's the rapper from Jamaica, beautiful skin, but he didn't think so. And that's what I'm talking about, is being original. Like the people that are going to be in your space are going to love you regardless. The people that want to be around you, that want you around, that love you, that's going to gravitate towards you, you don't have to change nothing. And it was times, man, where I'm like, am I too weird? Like, what happened? You know, and and I'm talking about like if things seem like okay, if you meet someone, it doesn't matter, girl, guy, whatever, you think that it's going to be a good friendship, or you think that this could turn into something, and all of a sudden they go ghost, or they disappear, or they start acting weird or whatever. I don't know what the psychology is about that, but you automatically think that it's something that you did, or it's something that you said, and 9 times out of 10 it's not. Or if it is, it wasn't something that was salacious, but that's a part of your personality. Now, if your personality is trash and you're just a mean person, I'm not talking about you. You need to go make some changes, okay? But we start to feel like, man, like, should I just dwindle down, or should I dumb myself down, or should I just, blend in? And no, you should not. You should not. You should be who you are, because it's somebody that's going to think you're funny. It's somebody that's going to think you're cool. It's somebody going to think you're brilliant. It's somebody that's going to want to hear your wisdom and hear what you've gone through. And the people that don't, just don't. Like, they just not the people that's supposed to be in your group, okay? But yeah, I was looking through the word, as you know, I got to bring a word. But I found this verse, and it was Psalms 139:13-14, and it says, "You made me all the delicate." Let me start over. Psalms 139:13-14 reads, "You made all the delicate inner parts of my body, and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it." And some of us don't know. Some of us don't know it. We could be walking down the street and somebody might think you are the most beautiful or the most handsome person in the world, the most glorious person they have ever seen, and you probably think you look like a mop. And that's what the enemy wants us to think. Like, he wants us to feel like we are inadequate, we are just trash, that we look like trash. And it's simply not true. And the moment that we start to not care about what people think, the moment that we start to really relish in our real personalities and our real character, that's when life really starts to happen. Where I am now, man, and not to say that you won't have your days of feeling like kind of like not your best. That shouldn't be a consistent thing. We all have our days, but if you're afraid to be yourself, if you're afraid to listen to a different type of music for fear that your friends are gonna like say something, that's not living. That's just kind of like, it's like living in a little cell. I just want you to just write out the things that you like. You don't have to do this. You can do it if you want to. Or just think of it. Just think of the things that you really, really like, that you have stifled because you don't want people to know that you like this thing. And I don't want to get too churchy, too religious or whatever. I'm not going to say, like, I'm not talking about, witchcraft and all of that. Like, oh, I really was into making some dolls and no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, I take some pig's blood and, I smoke it at night. Like, I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about, oh man, like, I like Backstreet Boys, but my homies don't know that. It's okay. Like, they might like it too. You might like to bake and nobody knows that. I don't know. I'm just saying the things that I like to do and the things that I like to listen to. But just live out who you are in real time. Okay? real time, real life, right now. You know, if you are a fashionable person, stop wearing leggings and t-shirts all the time. Like, put that outfit on that you really, really like, that's in the back of the closet. Like, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Just do it. You never know who is going to see you. I see people that I know got potential. I know they got potential, but they've been doing the same thing the same way for years and years and years and years and years, because they are so afraid of failure. They were afraid of success. They were afraid of people looking at them. And man, have they lost out. It's a saying, and I was trying to see if this was biblical. Well, I don't think so. But it is true how some people, or many people, millions of people have died, gone to the grave without living out their life, their true life. They've had so many inventions and so many ideas that have went straight to the grave. Nobody has ever saw it, never seen it, saw it and seen it. Nobody's ever heard of it. They never did any of it because they were scared. So they lived this whole life wasted because they were afraid to be original, afraid to be who they are. It's people that are church people, and they listen to things that don't be played at church. They go to places that the church mamas would not approve of, and they are afraid. Now, God, the Lord loves us, and I'm not telling you to go out and go to a rage concert. You know, I'm not telling you to do that, but man, if you like this, don't hide it underneath the rug now, because you're living. How do I explain this, Lord? Just be yourself, because somebody gonna find you out, and they gonna know who you are, and they're gonna be like, this little phony thing just living a lie. And what's the point? What's the point of living but not really living, right? I decided that I wanted to be who I wanted to be, and not what my family wanted me to be, not what my friends wanted me to be. I'm living the way God wants me to live. And for a long time I thought I was, but when things start breaking down, when I was realizing like I was not going anywhere, I felt so stuck. If you feeling stuck, it's something that you haven't given up yet. It's something that you haven't like really dealt with yet. If you are living in a world of self-consciousness, and you know you want better for yourself, you know that there's something out there for you that you want to see, you want to be, and I'm working on that myself. But baby, I ain't afraid. Like, I will tell you, like, don't play when it comes to me. People used to talk about me to my face. They used to say things, and I used to be like, you know, because I didn't want to upset them, because I was just like, you know, little nice tear. Now I'm still nice, I'm calm, but don't play, because I am my own best friend, you know. And I have a lot of sisters out there. I have some bros out there that I really love, and they love me, but I can only be the best friend that I got. I could be my biggest disappointment or my biggest blessing. And at the end of the day, you choose. You gonna let people decide how you should be treated, or you gonna say, you know what, I'm not really feeling that. Oh girl, your hair would look so good if you did this. Or, oh, yo, I mean, you gonna wear those shoes? You gonna wear those shoes? Yes, I'm gonna wear those shoes. Andre 3000 just came into my mind because another originator, another person that was not afraid to be him, to be himself. And people love him. People love Andre 3000. He is nowadays playing flutes on top of a cottage in the middle of the Netherlands. But people are just like in awe of who he is. Cause he's different. Now he could have came up with a regular album and just blew it out the water. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna play this flute on the mountainside while the parakeets are flying around me, adding to the background of the music. And people still love him because he's not afraid to be himself. Same as with his son's mother, Erykah Badu. She's different. All these references are just people that I know. I know there's so many other people out there. Is a whole bunch of new people, and y'all can shout out all of the originators that you like and that you admire. But these are just the people that stand out to me because they are loved, they are popular, and they just like, hey, this is who I am. Be who you are. If you like to paint, if you like to draw, but people don't know about it, but you want them to know about it, give yourself a grand opening to the real you. Don't be afraid no more. If you want to wear something different than your friend group or whatever, just put that thing on. I ain't saying go out and show all your body. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're just tired of the same old thing, if you're tired of just living life day to day, boring, we are living and waking up and going to these jobs and stuff like that. And thank God for a job, because I would not be sitting in this chair feeling this breeze if it wasn't for me going to work. But disclaimer, if you want changes, if you want to start doing something and doing something different, and possibly having somebody see you like, wow, who is that person? I want them on my team. You just never know how life can change for you if you just do something different. Be the original, not just for anybody else, for yourself. For yourself. I got tired of stifling myself. I got tired of going to the store paying hundreds of dollars to look a certain way, to be this thing that I didn't even like. And I'm gonna tell you, once you get a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and you allow yourself to get wiser, because some people get older, they don't get wiser, but if you allow yourself to evolve, you will start to not really care about what people say, what people think, what's popular, what's not popular. You just be. Live your life. Okay? That's all I got. This wasn't that long today. This was a little under 30 minutes, but I love you so much. If you are ready to step out, if you're ready to do something, do it. You never know. You can be, by this time next year, you can be a millionaire, kabillionaire. People doing it every day. So get out there and Be you, because I'm going to be me. Okay? You just do you. I'm going to do me. Who sung that song? Anyway, love you. Bye.